do this guide, the quest requirements are Mountain Daughter, Tree Gnome Village, Fight Arena, Lost City, and Vampire Slayer. I would also suggest getting 60 plus in all combat stats. What you guys are seeing right now is all of the different armor and inventory setups that I had. Some of this is old because I did this in beginning of 2016, so lots of my gear is outdated, and also I was very broke, so I had like a Ceridimon sword right there. Well, lots of people would have Abbey dagger or bludgeon or anything like that. So this is just the armor I use. The good thing about this guide is that you can use the best armor that you have. The armor that I have that's showing right now is just the best that I had at the time. Obviously I have better armor now, but just use the best armor that you have and you should do well using my guide. Nightmare Zone has also changed since I made this guide, so you don't have to bring a cash stack in your inventory anymore. It'll be in a coffer. Where Nightmare Zone is just north of Yanil Bank. You can use the minigame teleport to get there. So when you're at Nightmare Zone, you want to go to your rewards chest. At the top right of your screen you'll see how many points you have. Then at the top of your screen click benefits. And then there you got your potions that you're going to buy. You only want to buy the 2 to the right. So you got your overloads. If you're doing the overload method, you want to buy 24. And then buy the rest in absorptions. If you're just doing absorptions, then just buy all absorptions. After you bought all your potions, you want to go into the Nightmare Zone area and right click on the second from the north keg. That'll be your overloads. You want to grab 24 of those. That'll give you 6 potions. And then the top one will be absorptions. So get the rest of your inventory in absorptions. Then you want to go outside. If this is the first time you've done a customization, you'll have to right click, go rumble, customize normal. $22,000, say yes. 22,000 will be coming out of your Dominic coffer, and you want to have at least 22,000 coins in there, plus just having more than 22,000 because it's going to stay in there forever. Then you want to click on potion in the middle of the area, and you want to check off everything but Count Draenor, King Roald, the Kendall, Tree Spirit, and Bouncer. The rest of them are all quest bosses, and you only want to have those 5 on the screen. And then when you're done all that, click accept and you'll be put into the dream. Once you're in the dream, if you have overloads, you can drink your overloads when the guys come or drink them right now. Doesn't matter, it's all up to you. Depends on what time you want to AFK, if you want to AFK right when you get in or not. So you want to stand about where I am. You want to be 1 spot east where I am. The reason for this is because you don't want to kill the guys too fast. If you follow other people's guides, I've done that before where I've sat in the corners, but they would spawn in the other corners and it would take them too long to get to me, and I wouldn't be attacked for say 10 seconds, and then I would be logged out for inactivity or not getting attacked. So I would suggest standing somewhat in the middle. This spot you only get attacked by 3 monsters. If you go right in the center you might get attacked by 4, so I just sat in this area, but it's all up to you. If you want to try the corners, go ahead. If you guys are like me and you want to do this method to AFK the whole time, I would suggest just having your whole inventory in absorption potions. That way you'll be able to be in the place for a lot longer and you'll probably get more points. The XP per hour isn't that much different than the overload method. And the overload method, you have to come back every 5 minutes to click your overloads. I would suggest having absorption potions because then you can wait 20 minutes. In this video I actually went for a walk and came back, and I looked at the video and I only had about 1 minute of not moving, so I was walking for 20 minutes and then I just clicked again and I was good for another 20 minutes. If you guys are going to do overloads, I would suggest having a spec weapon, anything that is around 50% or 100% special and pretty fast. So I'd suggest either a Granite Maul, just so you get those 2 quick specs right away, or even a Dragon 2-hand, because it does area damage. That would be pretty good as well. I know someone's gonna say it, why don't you have Rock Cake? Where's the Rock Cake? Well, as you can see with my Iron Gloves, I don't really like quests at all. Now I have Barrows Gloves, but before I didn't like quests at all, so I didn't have Barrows Gloves, and therefore I didn't have Rock Cake. Also, this guide is an AFK guide. If you want to do Rock Cakes, that's obviously not going to be AFK, because a Rock Cake will eat through your Absorption Potion. You would also need to be there to prayer flick your restore HP so that you wouldn't get any HP. You'd stay at 1 HP to only get hit 1 HP every time. So since this is an AFK guide, I wouldn't suggest having Rock Cake. If you really like that cake, I guess just go to your bank before you go in and eat all your Rock Cake until you're at 1 HP and then head out to Nightmare Zone. Other than that, I wouldn't suggest having Rock Cake at all. I believe this is the best method to get attack, strength, defense, and range to 99 fast, because it's all AFK, so you guys don't have to pay 100% attention to the game. You can go and do other stuff. It's completely safe. You also make a little bit of money. You're not going to make bank. Before, you did make quite a bit of money. Before, you would have made twice as much as you would right now, because the herbs dropped in price about half of each. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about herb boxes. You can buy 15 per day and it costs 142,500 points. As you can see, each row is 15 herb boxes, so 1 day. And I have quite a bit of data. You can see right there, 127 days. So I've done 127 days of recording these herb box openings, and I recorded every single herb that I got from them. So it's 1,905 boxes that I opened, and the minimum price that I would have got from 15 boxes was 89,000. The maximum price was 194,000. And the average price was 148,000. That's from each day. I would get that much cash from it. The best thing that you want is Rainers. Obviously, you won't get a lot of them. Hopefully you do. The max in 1 day was 20 that I've gotten, which was really good. So if you want to know how much cash you're going to get for how many points you have, you can just look at what I have right there, cash per NMZ point. So it says 1.04233341. What you want to do is you want to take that number and times it by the amount of Nightmare Zone points you have. That will give you the amount of cash you're most likely going to get. It will be different for everyone. If you open a lot of boxes, you will get close to this number of 1.04 cash per Nightmare Zone point. So this has been my guide for Nightmare Zone AFKing. Hopefully you guys use it and hopefully it helps you guys. I know it really helped me get my bossing stats. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave comments on the video and hopefully you guys can max out your stats.